Bebop, got it on lock. Check your wristwatch. Tick tock, time for lift off. You hear the stars calling.
Alrighty, mic check 1 2 1 2. Welcome to the Bebop Boys podcast, where we talk about movies, anime, comic books, and all types of fly shit.
That's the hour duration right there.
We lost viewers.
Yeah, you will.
What? Okay.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj. He understood the reference. Thank you. Nicki Minaj. Waikiki.
All right, welcome to the Bebop podcast,
Anyway,
where
yes.
we talk about anime, movies, comic book, fly shit. What's up?
What's up?
What's up? Big pride, big pride,
Big pride.
Big pride.
That's not how that works.
I know, I'm sorry. I know, Wes.
We said I know.
You
I'm
know
sorry.
what? Nigga, the wrong person go see it. Step to who? Step to who? We don't step.
He said, I know, I'm
niggas,
sorry.
Y'all keyboard bloods. Who y'all gonna step to, cuz? Who y'all gonna step to, nigga? Y'all
No,
step
you
to
do what you like.
All right, yeah, it is Pride Month.
Pride month.
So let's go around and say something we're all proud of.
I don't think that's how pride works. That's Thanksgiving, bro.
No, it's something you're thankful for.
That's not how pride
That's
works.
Thankful Month.
I'm proud of.
2 minutes into
why
the
don't
episode, Wes
we
is broken.
dedicate some of our time to our pride member?
I was about to
How's
say,
your
I'm
pride
proud of my friend Antonio for being gay.
I'm proud of you for coming out when you did.
Yeah. Were you
There
out
you
to
go.
us already?
Out to us.
Yeah, when he came on.
Thank you. It was a struggle.
Yeah.
That closet was tiny.
He had a Detroit closet.
Right. Oh, yes, in those old ass
Yeah, with
houses.
the one bar.
Yes, that one. Oh, like.
We
Anyway.
know what you're talking about.
Oh,
We
in those
know.
old Detroit houses, like the closets used to be small.
Yeah.
Like-
and then all the pink, and then like the bathroom are all pink tiles.
For some
It's so-
reason,
yeah.
all the houses on the east side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been out since I was 16, so I don't really know any other way at this point.
20
Yeah, bro.
years? Yeah, 20 years.
Wow. Thank you.
So were you out when the towers fell?
That's actually a good question.
No, I'm not.
Where were you in the towers, Val?
I was at home. I didn't go to school that day.
You survived. You
I
survived.
didn't
We're
go to
all
school that
survivors.
day.
I was at recess.
Bro, I
was in
remember.
third grade.
So, two distinct things I remember from my childhood: Aaliyah dying and the towers fell. I was at home both days. Damn. Oh,
Wes
the
was
13
swimming.
mile.
Wes was swimming when Aaliyah died, so he's got a
Bring him up in the
alibi.
case.
Yeah, I remember
Alibi.
both of those days. But yeah, I've been out here since I was 16. It was I was a buy now, gay later, and then I don't know. Girls are complicated.
I kissed a boy once.
Did you like it?
We were the same age. I want to put that out there. I know I just said it weird.
I understood. I
At
didn't like.
the time, well, maybe viewers don't, but we were the same age. Yes,
Good.
I was doing it because some girl was harassing him, and he was like, "I'm gay," and she was like, "No, you're not." He was like, "I'm gay."
Wow. You did
Yeah.
it, you did it in
We
high
were in
school?
we were in a Toys R Us.
You was in high school?
I don't remember what grade I was in.
I always say,
Rest in peace.
I say to my friends that are girls, there's nothing more telling that a guy wants your attention than acting gay.
It is like peacocking.
She did leave us alone, though.
Oh, there you go.
I think that was more so homophobic, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that was more so that. Yeah, but at least she left us alone.
I don't know. Not at least to my face. I have not. I don't know any women that are homophobic. I know women that I haven't
Do
met.
you not know any old white women?
Not to my face. I'm a 300
I'll introduce you to
pound
my
black
grandma.
Bro, as soon as
Oh,
the
not
girl
your
gets
face.
you
Okay.
mad, she calls
Say
you a
something.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's a big difference.
Transphobic though. Oh, girls will be transphobic
So yeah,
faster than a male would.
it's a lot of
I've
girls
been on
that
Twitter.
are homophobic.
Yeah.
I've been on Twitter.
You know how many times girls first thing they jump to when a guy isn't giving their boyfriend or husband isn't
Are
giving
you
them
gay?
No, they'll be like, he's gay. Blah 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 blah. blah, blah, blah.
But I think
They're-
that's like
no.
different than like seeing two guys make out and they be like, yeah.
You sound like Dracula.
It-
Like I
it's
hear what you're
still
saying with that.
homophobia.
It's still a form of homophobia. You're right. It's still a form of homophobia. But like I see more transphobia than anything, especially
No, it's a lot.
nowadays.
It's a lot of transphobia out here.
It is.
Now, when they was when they when somebody has I wouldn't even say manly features, but like broad shoulders, I was like, oh yeah, man, automatically.
Yeah,
So
that is very true. Do you see that there was that wrestler or UFC fighter that was in the Olympics or some big tournament, and she was like
Oh,
kicking
yeah.
everybody's ass, and then there was like a
Oh,
big
yeah. We were talking
controversy
about-
about
me and
her
Mike were
being
talking about that.
trans and being initially guy, and it was like
sued.
it's like there was never
Elon,
anything about
and
that.
It was the
It was
Olympics.
the Olympics.
It was
yeah.
boxing, wasn't it?
Boxing.
She's woman.
She was born.
I don't think she was intersex.
No,
I think she's just.
Isn't that the gang from Superman?
I spent like 20 minutes one episode last year.
Yeah.
But she ended up. I think she ended up suing Elon and
Yeah.
Harry Potter Ho.
The girls are fighting.
The girls are girling.
The girls are
fighting.
girling.
They
girls
Trump
are
and Elon
girling. Yeah.
going at it back and forth.
Yeah, he probably could have
Happy Pride Month.
probably easily could have called this. Easily could have called this.
Well, I think everyone knew it
Right,
was going to
dead ass.
happen. They
He's
just
so right, man.
we didn't know how the fallout was going to be. You know,
I think it was gonna be this.
I'm so
It was
glad
gonna be
it's-
this. Like, yo, I'm tired of this.
Do you know how crazy it is that our country is Facebook drama?
Bro, this nigga was walking around the White House in a black tee that I wore last episode, bro.
Bro.
It was not gonna last long.
On K.
Yeah,
On K.
Hey, I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, he me.
yeah, yeah, he was.
on ketamine. So yeah, so he was Black Panther's son.
Yeah, let's discuss that.
Let's discuss that real quick. First off, I want to just get this out of the way real quick.
Nobody's mad about
Nope,
that.
nobody interrupt me real quick. Anything you see saying Ryan Gosling is the new Black Panther stepping forward, and you believe it, you are probably the dumbest person on said planet. This one, the round fucking thing we're hearing, dumbest
ball.
person on this
Bro,
fucker.
nobody's believing it.
It's crazy how
Flat.
stupid you are when you see. And also, you have no context. The people who believe it are the people who have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. And yeah, so, but yeah, there's a new comic book storyline from the Marvel Knights World to Come storyline, which was fun to read. It was a great fun read. I have the beautiful Storm variant. But yeah, at the end, it's shown that Black Panther's son is white as fuck, blonde hair, everything. So clearly, like even the writer was like, bro, like everybody was up in roar online.
Who was up? Whoa.
In the-
Who was up in the roar?
Everybody
Was it black people or was it white people? Because
Everybody.
the people I was looking,
no,
I
it
even
just
searched
got
for videos.
released. It just got released.
I know.
But
That's what I'm
everyone's.
saying.
I think collectively the comic book world is upset about it. I'm curious to why they choose to do that.
So again, the writer tweeted and said, maybe wait till the story is finished.
Okay.
Because I think he's like, this isn't even real. Like, this is not even his real son.
The stuff that I was
Oh, it's not
like,
his real son?
That's what he's hinting at. Like this, or he's not even white. Like they're just hinting at shit.
Okay.
Like you're jumping too far
Okay.
ahead. We had one reveal on the last page, and everyone's like, "The fuck is this?"
the stuff
I mean,
the stuff that I
rightfully
see,
so.
it was not.
Arguably so, but also
it was not people mad
we're
about
not
it.
allowing interracial couples now. This is crazy.
Bro, or he could have been his white son. Like what the
That's
fuck?
what I'm saying. We're not
He
allowing
could
interracial
be-
couples. But then again, this kid was white as fuck.
Bro, the
Yeah.
people
He's
who
not light
I,
skinned.
He had blonde hair, just
the
floating.
people who I seen mad at it weren't even the people who's supposed to be mad at it.
Nick, do you know what is the context that's leading up to this? Has T'Challa or the Black Panther in that comic? Does he have a love interest that we know, or what's going on?
Yeah. They introduced her in the comic. I don't know if that's his actual mom because in the comic she didn't look white.
Who is it?
I forget what her name.
Oh,
was. She
okay.
was.
So it's not like
she
a
was.
character we
She
know?
meant nothing to
Okay.
me. But she didn't even look white. Like I have the
I
comic in my
say
room.
this.
She looked light skinned more than anything.
I say this.
And then Storm is
respectfully.
dead.
R.I.P.
I say this respectfully. Are there white people in Wakanda?
No.
Yeah, Martin
No.
Short. Have you seen?
no.
Martin Short was in Wakanda.
But
Bucky
besides
was in
comics,
Wakanda.
No,
they,
I think
they
you
are
mean, like,
outsiders,
born. Yeah,
in,
born.
like you know how we have South Africans,
Mm.
like yeah, it's colonization, but it's
You know
still
you can-
white.
Oh,
people
right,
in
right,
You
right,
know
Africa.
it's
right,
white
right.
people
No,
off
I
the
get what you mean.
reservation.
I get what you mean.
You
No,
can- it's
but
some
like-
thick white. It's some thick white hoes in America, bro. Like,
There's no white people in Wakanda. No, to
Thank you,
answer your
Nicholas.
question, no. That's why I mean,
he's a
but
white,
I
he's a
mean,
white boy. He's a white
Flip
boy.
that.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a
I
good
wish I
point.
was in Wakanda. Okay.
Yo, be Martin Short. Martin Short.
I would love to be there. But
Technically you
no. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens in issue 2. See what's
That's
going
a hard
on.
reveal, though. We have to admit
That
that.
is fucking
Wait,
hilarious.
no, you didn't say what was the reveal up to. Like, what was?
They revealed Black Panther. Someone was
No, I know that,
Oh.
but what was the context leading up?
Oh,
to
it was like so they were just talking about Black Panther having to have a son and like it's like flipping back and forth from present to past. And like this young Wakandan warrior girl lady is talking to this old man, and she's like, the king is dead, you got to come back. And he's like, I'm at war. And she's like, war is over, bro. Like, it's been over. And dude's like, you don't know shit. He sounds senile. And but they're kind of talking about how Black Panther's son is the reason why everything goes to shit and everything falls and Wakanda gets fucked. So we're leading up to that. But like yeah, it does. But like the comic is simultaneously telling the present of the fall of the king and then the past of Black Panther being with Storm, leaving her, she dies, gets killed in battle. Then he marries some girl, random girl, and then they got a kid. And then he battles his son in that, where they got to fight each other to be king. His son refuses to yield. He throws his ass off a cliff. Then he goes down to save him. He was like, bitch, I ain't yield yet. And then they shot the ones and he won the fight.
Well, it sounded like a good story.
And that was
Honestly, it was a fine story. The artwork is gorgeous. It's fine. It's just that reveal at the end. Again, it's a story. We have to wait for it to finish.
But it doesn't really matter if the story is good, though.
No, in my opinion, no. But then again, I'm white, so.
But it doesn't matter if you. I'm telling you, niggas, it don't matter.
I think the
And them
problem.
niggas
Okay,
didn't care.
Okay,
I got
so
co-signed.
Let's. We don't have to harp on this long, but like, it's a problem. It's a problem. I use that in quotations. There's a discourse about it because of the topic in media of color coding, of changing ethnicities for certain characters, and the first thing white incels say, what if Storm was black? I mean, what if Storm was white?
What if Black Panther
Yo,
was
yo,
Black
okay,
Panther
all right,
was
look,
white?
look,
In all
look.
fairness,
And now
Captain America was Black Panther for like a short period of time in the Ultimate Universe.
Bro, listen,
Yeah.
bro. It just
but now
when
there's
things
a
are race,
legitimate
when things
white
are
Black
race
Panther.
white, bro, y'all gotta understand that a lot of black shit comes from oppression. These white people weren't really oppressed, and y'all talking about race swapping and he can use whiteface, but I can't use blackface because blackface was used as a
We've used blackface enough. We're good.
exactly.
Whiteface
bro.
is
It
fine.
isn't- yeah, bro. Y'all
Whiteface is
can't.
fine.
I know y'all new and y'all not used to history, but it's a lot of stuff that has
Whiteface.
connotations to it and everything.
anti-intellectualism is a thing.
Oh,
Just real quick on the whole whiteface thing. I don't understand what people don't understand about like the bad thing about blackface and the no problem about whiteface. Like white people weren't excluded from acting and all black people put on whiteface to play white characters. That didn't happen in history.
well, white people don't want to think about that. They just want to think about how they're being wronged right now.
They just don't think.
it's
No,
people
they
that
don't.
don't
It's
understand
the over
racism.
exaggeration, right?
It's
Also,
it's FOMO. White people got FOMO.
What also makes blackface such a problem is like the aesthetic of it, the red lips, the black paint.
And then the stuff that they were doing.
Yeah,
in
the, whereas like
I've seen Drake do it.
like you,
yeah, spirit fingers.
but like you look at, but you look at white. Stop it, all of you. But you look at white face, and it's literally just like a good makeup
the
job,
voice.
like Drewski.
Hey,
Yeah.
You know, Drewski doing white face, or white chicks doing white face. You know what I'm saying?
Or Childish Gambino.
Or Childish Gambino.
I don't think I've seen
Teddy.
that.
He
The
did
Teddy,
it. He did it
Perkins.
in Atlanta. Yeah.
Or that
See,
is
Yes.
that is.
This might just be like a high thought, and I might go on a little bit that might not make sense, but I know you guys will get what I'm saying. When I think about like racism or
Not high
ignorance or being like against
Book for
something,
that.
it's like we always say it's about experience, right? Like Tyler the Creator just said, like some people who are racist aren't inherently racist just because they want to be. It's just what they're known for. Like if they see on the news, all they see on the news is just because news likes to be propaganda and like say, oh yeah, this certain race or this certain group's doing this. So it's just what you're accustomed to. Now think about it at a small level with friends. If I were to talk to my friend that, let's say, I knew something embarrassing that he did, and I would be like, haha, you did this. He's going to be upset about it because he did it and it's true and it's going to make him mad. Now, if I say, oh, like, haha, you're this or you did that, and they're not that, they're just going to be like, all right, fine, whatever. Now, what I can correlate to this is like with whiteface and blackface. Blackface is inherently bad because of what it actually was. Whiteface, it wasn't ever a real problem. So for me to be mad about whiteface is like, what the fuck am I being mad about? Now, if I'm mad about blackface, you can be mad about blackface because there's things to
There's
be
a lore
mad
to it.
about. There's
History,
lore to it.
lore,
There's history
lore,
to it.
lore.
And that's where like the racism and like people saying like, oh, you could like black people can't be racist or like white people are being racist, like are being marginalized. It's like you don't understand what racism means. There's a context behind it. Same with people who are Jewish and stuff like that. Like why would I be offended by that? Because I've never been through that. While of course there's history to other people's races and stuff like that. And in this context, same thing. Like like Drewski skit, like I saw people actually genuinely being like, "What?
They're
what,
genuinely mad about it.
Kidding me? What if it was
Yeah.
blackface?" It's like, dude,
It's not the same
not the
thing.
same
it's
thing.
not
Same
the
thing.
same. There
But
is
again,
a difference.
ignorance is bliss.
Not the same. It
Very
was
funny.
That was funny.
Very
It
funny.
was White Chicks.
White
Iconic
Chicks is
ass
so-
movie. You know what I'm saying? Or when you do blackface, if you do modern blackface,
Yes.
I would use Tropic Thunder as an example.
Yeah.
Making fun of those people who choose to do that. You know, the making fun of the making fun of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what true satire
It was
is.
ma-
And
It was
and
meta.
that's
It was
what
very-
Yeah, very meta.
that's what I said before. I don't know if I saw on the pod where like racist jokes are funny if you know the person isn't racist.
The
like
intention
you
behind
can
it.
say some really say some really wild things. Like It's Always Sunny. It's Always Sunny in
Hey.
Philadelphia is the best way.
Yeah, Nick
But-
is a good example. You're so right.
When you're doing the racist jokes, the point of it is you're making fun of how stupid it is to be like
Be
that.
that
like,
way.
And It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Now they removed the episode off of streaming,
No.
them personally, just because they're like, they just felt weird about it.
Mhm.
The point of the episode was Dee did blackface because she wanted to try to like relate to a certain thing. And it's just ignorant. Like that's her point of her character. And so the whole episode, she's in blackface, like talking like a stereotypical black woman. And it's just like,
I would love to
but
see
it's
that.
funny as fuck because they're making fun of people who are
do
doing that
Mhm.
and not realizing how that comes off.
Yeah.
And then she even says the same. I think Charlie says the same thing where like Dennis and Mac were like, "That's offensive," and he's like, "What do you mean? Like if I saw this person, like this black person doing whiteface, like why would I be upset about that?" And then just like Charlie.
Wait,
like,
so they took that episode off, but they still got the episode where they sat down all at like
Oh yeah,
the what's it called table?
throw down the hard R. The very first episode of It's Always Sunny, they throw down the hard R. The very first ever. The first episode of It's Always Sunny is literally called "The Gang Gets Racist." That's the first fucking episode.
Got Tyrese in
man.
there from Walking
Oh,
Dead.
man. Always Sunny is
What
fucking
movie-
hilarious, bro.
what movie-
Yeah, it is.
Fucking hilarious.
Yep. Okay. So dun
I
dun.
saw a movie without me, but I'm working.
Oh, well, hold on.
We
tickets for you.
canceled.
Hold
yeah.
on.
We did
Hold on. Before
cancel,
we
yeah.
get into that, hold on. Can I talk about this little center's thing before we get into Dan Dan?
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
are we closing off on Dan Dan?
Dan and Dan is
What?
our only topic.
Yeah.
Okay. All
We're
right.
starting
Anyway,
it.
yeah. So Sinners came on DVD. Well, not DVD, on digital.
Sinners can come on me anytime.
Okay, we'll let that slide because it's pride, but yeah, you only get one.
Everybody gets.
But yeah, it came on DVD. That was another thing that I was like, yo, I was thinking about the other day. Like, y'all remember like when DVDs came out, it was like a year wait. It was like a fucking
Yeah.
6-month wait.
They-
Bro, you don't have to go. You do
Hollywood
not have
is
to go to
so
movie theater.
wild nowadays. Yeah, I'm gonna cop it though.
Oh no, copy.
I want the DVD. I want the vinyls.
Steelbook.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
I
getting
want-
the steelbook.
Steelbook's
yeah.
probably.
I don't think I've bought a
July.
DVD in years.
Got a bunch of steelbooks behind you that I
Yeah,
bought.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually because I'm sick of streaming services. I'm gonna start copping my DVD collection up again.
Streaming services, man. They
'Cause the
can
amount-
take anything off if they
Nigga,
want to.
okay, y'all want to yell at me again about me
Go ahead.
spending
ahead.
obnoxious amount of money for shit that I need in life?
Go ahead.
I just spent $600 on cable.
What? Okay. I don't know.
We're
What?
gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it at that.
No.
What
Okay,
about
all right.
Sinners?
Anyway, so Sinners came out on digital. Great movie, probably the
Help.
best movie of the year.
Subscribe so I can get out of.
No, because you're gonna spend your money on fucking $700 breaks. Just because you got money.
cable.
Help me.
Yo,
Matt is angry. You
I
ever-
help
very
us.
we worked at Best Buy.
Ignore them.
$600 cable.
No.
Ignore
Literally
everyone.
no.
Ignore
Flood
everyone.
his comments.
Ignore everyone. Ignore. Help. Please subscribe
Yo.
so I can get out of debt.
No, you just need to help You just need to know not to do. Like,
You
oh my
might need
God.
better help.
As Geek Squad, that was like our main thing. Our main thing we would tell clients at Geek Squad was don't get cable. And they would be spending only $250 and we'd be like,
We gonna
what
talk
the
off
fuck?
mic.
$250? That's crazy.
Anyway, Sinners came out, and I watched it with my girl. She loved it. She even scared at horror movies. I don't fuck with horror movies. Anyway, I was trying to find, because I'm so infatuated with Sinners right now, I'm trying to find just media that kind of like relates to Sinners and everything. So I found this one comic called Bitter Roots.
Bitter Roots, okay.
Bitter Roots. I'm gonna get some more.
My autobiography.
It kind of it kind of
It kind of is.
it kind of plays out a little bit like it, but everybody kind of has these supernatural powers and everything. I'm only 3 chapters in so far, and like it has a lot of like Southern roots in it. Like it's during the same time frame as period.
Oh, okay.
That being Sinners.
I gotta read Bitter Roots because the 2 comics that were recommended when Sinners came out was Bitter Roots in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
I grabbed Philadelphia because Spawn shows up and so does Savage Dragon, and I love me some Spawn and I love me some Savage Dragon.
So just
I'm gonna jump on that one when I'm done.
A quick just synopsis from what I'm reading. It's just this family is hunting down demons basically, and they don't really have any superpowers or anything, so it was kind of parallel to Sinners in that off-right and everything, and somebody's trying to take their abilities, hence to Jack what's the called character, the vampire in Sinners. No, his name was like Jack Connor.
I thought you were about to say
say
Al Jack. Jack.
not yo Jack
Wait,
Harlow does
who?
look like a vampire.
I just watched. I've never seen his music videos before. Quick tangent. I'd never seen Jack Harlow's music videos before.
He's not that bad of a rapper.
He's just a corny ass white boy.
He is.
Maybe slightly more corny.
Drake is the aesthetic on Drake is he's corny. That's his aesthetic.
See, here's the thing. If your like shtick is being corny as satirical, then I don't think it's
Like
corny.
Dave. What's his name?
Yeah.
Lil Dicky?
Lil Dicky.
Yeah, like
he's corny, but that's just
yeah, that's his shtick. So I wouldn't like.
He's Jewish.
Like I would
and that's
say
his
Drake
shit,
is
too.
corny because he's trying hard and not getting what he was going for in
Yeah.
certain points. While Jack Harlow, he's like
maybe corny, maybe
Yeah.
cringy.
cringy. It's like not my thing. I get what
I don't
you
know, but
mean.
I was watching.
I don't like white rappers.
Me neither.
So
All the white people in the
Woo! Really? But you also all work in
Mills is
hip hop
good.
in a way. Do you guys
I
just
don't
like
like
being
Eminem.
behind the scenes? Like, what is it about?
I would say
I'm
like,
sorry, Jalea. But like,
No.
I'm curious because
most of the
you
white
record.
No,
You're a photographer. You're a producer. You're a filmographer. So
no,
like,
well, I
it's white-
gave him. Well, I'm gonna let him explain.
filmographer. Filmography.
Filmographer.
Videographer.
My bad.
He's pride. Don't take it against him.
Filmography is a word.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
For me, I think
Dancy
it's just
Daphne got
I'm
a
not into that.
filmography.
It's just not my type of
Anyways.
music. Like I would say, almost every single white rapper that I hear, I don't like their sound. Like they just never
I
do it for me,
don't-
and they sound like
was
they're trying to
whiteface.
sound like somebody else, and I'm like, eh.
Yeah. I don't like white rappers because everybody assumes that I have to. So now I'm just not. It's just
People like, yo, you heard this guy?
right. You're like, oh, do you like Eminem? Like, one time I was living,
It's good though.
but and look, listen, I was living.
I love you so much today.
Listen, I was living in Kalamazoo at the time, and I was working like lawn service, right? And I'm like, we're heading out to a job, and I'm sitting next to this dude, and he's like, "Where are you from?" And my boy told me one day, he's like, "Don't ever tell anybody you're from Warren. Just tell people you're from Detroit." So I was like, "All right, bet." He was like, I was like, "Detroit." He was like, "Cool." He was like, "What's Eminem like?" And I'm like, "Never met the man." And then he was like, "Do you have to pay to like see his trailer?" And I was like, "You got to pay to live there because it's not Anne Frank."
Right. It's
What
not
the
a
fuck
national monument.
So after that, I'm like, bro, I don't know. And then like when you see, the other thing is like you go on like Facebook or Twitter, and like anytime anything's posted about Eminem, white people are in the comments just like, "That's the GOAT, greatest ever." Like, and they're like on his dick, and they're like for anything that has to do with Eminem. Like if it's hate towards Eminem, white people in there defending. If it's like actual good criticism towards Eminem, white people are like, couldn't happen. not him,
That
not our guy. And I'm just like,
so funny.
and I'm like, bro, I don't want to be part of this group. I don't want any part of
want
this.
no parts.
I don't want. So like, I like Mac Miller. I've listened to his music. I enjoy him, but I enjoy him because like
God.
when people see you and they just go, "You like Eminem?" And it's like, no, I don't. I like Side the Prince. Leave me the fuck alone.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, that's my rant.
Wes, why don't you like white rappers?
Well, because what the fuck do you have to say?
Mac Miller.
No, you see, but Mac Miller was just being Mac Miller. Eminem had something to say. He says a lot of things now. I don't listen to his new music. But every other white
old
rapper, is like, what are you here to tell us?
Yeah, because like all white rappers now, aside from, like you said, Eminem had something to say, but aside from that, none of them have something to say. And again, that goes to my critique about hip hop in general, right? Hip hop, it comes from a place of struggle and, yes, rebellion, and then that's kind of like why my critique of Kendrick Lamar is the way it is right now. But and I think why Eminem doesn't hit the same anymore, because again, it comes from that room. When you become part of the upper echelon, that edge is gone, my guy.
No.
There are some white rappers that I do like, but they're not very well known at all.
I don't know, but like, I don't know.
No,
The
not
thing with
Paul
Eminem is just like, it's unfortunate, but like after he got clean, he kind of just lost the edge that he had.
Yeah. That's how
Which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing.
It's
We
a
know
great
that sobriety is great, but
we want to
also
point that out real quick, just in case anybody takes that
not
out
only
of
the
context.
sobriety, but again, he's at a upper echelon of wealth now. So
That's how I feel about Kid Cudi.
it's a few things that you just, unfortunately, you just have to deviate from hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z, you no longer
He hasn't
the
put
drug
out.
dealer in Brooklyn.
But he
you
hasn't
are
put
now
out-
part of the gentrification in Brooklyn.
But he does technically rap like that now. Like,
yeah, it's all about Beyonce.
He hasn't put out a solo album in 9 years, so
Who?
it's like Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, not since
It's been
the 444.
and he was talking about grown man shit. He was talking about like
I cheated on Beyonce. My bad.
he's talking about buying art that's expensive so his kids have some
he was
money.
talking about telling people to invest in, like he was
Yeah.
talking about.
That's where
He's talking about the shit he does now.
Now you got Lil Wayne still talking about the same shit he was
not-
talking about 20 years ago.
I'm not listening to that.
Grow the fuck up.
But
I'm not
see,
listening to that.
Lil Wayne has it, while may have the capital financially, but
Look,
you don't see the
Pusha
growth
T.
Well,
Pusha
that's the
T said it
problem.
best on New God
Like,
Flow.
that's
All
the
right?
problem.
like
Leave it
we
at that.
see in Eminem and Jay-Z and
That's the
Kendrick,
problem.
even Drake. to
Pusha
an
T
extent.
said it best on New God Flow.
Okay.
Look,
Uh,
listen to New God Flow.
Rap,
Pusha T.
just rap your age. Rap,
There's a God above me.
That's such a good song.
Everything else.
Yeah,
rap
I put holes in
rap,
everything
grow with
else.
your raps, bro.
Everything else.
Yeah. All right, my
I
bad.
can't wait for that new album. Let
Supreme
God
Dope
sort 'em
Dealer.
out. Woo.
Pusha, oh my
That shit
god.
gonna
Yeah,
be hard.
I'm actually excited for that.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah, click.
Sinners
Oh
comic
no,
book.
Bitter Roots. Check that shit out if you like Sinners. Even if you're not even in the comics like
If you
that,
wanna
like I'm not
support
a big comic guy.
Comic book writers.
Yeah, I need to get the more information about it, yo. My bad. So I ain't come with all the writer.
Look, it's fine. I don't like.
Internet is free.
Yeah.
No, but they're gonna be in the comments. Oh, dude, you gotta support. Yeah,
Like the thing
suck
is,
my dick
like,
from the back, bro.
Yeah. Like if I,
What
like,
character
the
development?
thing
Oh,
is,
God.
when you're talking about comic books, for me personally, like if that's the only topic that you talk about, then yes, know all that information.
Yes.
But if it's like if you're just trying to promote something that you're going like that you've checked out recently, you don't need to know
Oh,
every,
you want me?
every single
You want
just
to
make sure that you have the synopsis and that you have like good information and details about it that gets people interested. Like that's all you need in my opinion. And then when you check it out, you can be like, "Oh, this is the writer?" Get that
get that black shit out of here.
Thank you for
God.
removing the black thing off of my hat.
It's
welcome,
been
my fellow
fucking
white.
irritating me since you put that hat on. I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, it's fine. It was back there though.
I was like, oh, the autism is real. I'm trying not to look. I'm trying not to look.
But either way, like you don't need to like I don't know. I don't always say the writer or the artist. Like there's a lot of things that you got to say: the writer, the artist, the inker, the penciler. You got to say all that shit.
But it is. It's like just as much as of a crew it takes to make a TV show or a movie. We don't give the fucking the
writer,
assistant
editors.
director
Yeah.
credit.
No,
You know,
Yeah.
the so
Definitely,
it's the same thing in
yeah,
comics.
yeah.
Yeah,
Unless-
it's a team.
Yeah,
it's
unless of
collaborative.
course you know exactly, or if there's something about it that like interests you the most, like the artwork. You're like, oh, the artwork in this is incredible. It's insane.
Word.
Then yes, learn the artist's name. Let everybody know that motherfucker or the writer. Like some comic book just came out recently. Ram V writes it, and I was like, yeah. That's the reason why I fucking bought it.
That's the reason.
Because I knew who the writer was. And guess what? Story's fucking immaculate. Story's immaculate. I forget.
yeah,
I'm reading too much right now. So it's like
I don't know how you do it because even as a person who reads a lot, like I read my fair share of comic books, and I read also like fiction books, and then also I do audiobooks when I'm door dashing or driving. So like, it's a lot of literary overload sometimes, and sometimes my brain gets like,
aggressive.
yeah, it'd be like it's a lot going on.
There's a
right
lot
now.
going on. It's a lot. It's
Yeah.
a lot. The only thing I forget is what I'm reading. I'll remember what's going on, but I'll forget the fucking
Like
title.
like I just went back to the comic book you let me bought when you sent the text message. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I had it.
East of West.
Let me finish that real quick.
No, not East of West.
no
Middle West.
Middle West. I was like, let me finish that real quick so I can give him back his
East
book.
of West is real good though.
East of West.
East of West is written by Jonathan Hickman. It was the first thing that I read by Jonathan Hickman before I read anything else. Then he ended up writing the Avengers and the New Avengers storyline, which tied into the Secret Wars, which was Jonathan Hickman as well. He's writing the Ultimate Spider-Man storyline. He just started some new storyline. I forget what it was. Jonathan Hickman's a writer.
Speed through. You better.
He's a great writer. But East of West is really good. It's an Image Comics comic, and it's about the Four Horsemen of Apocalypse, and it's about Death falls in love with a woman, decides he does not want to
Be death anymore.
well, he still be killing, but like the Four Horsemen, like they reset and they're reborn, and he didn't. He's like, nah, I'm gonna live out my life. But then they end up kidnapping his son, and it's crazy,
Bro, when you get a significant other, you don't want to do shit.
He be traveling. The artwork, Nick Dragonoff. I don't know how to say his last name. I just Dragato or some shit like that. He does the artwork for the Absolute Batman.
Oh, okay.
He did the artwork for East of West, and it's just gorgeous. But America is broken up into different continents, and the Native Americans have their fucking own, and they're the most technologically advanced civilization out there. They have everything they have is made of gold. Like they are fucking
Right. Don't
fire.
tell them that.
Everything is
Don't let the Eagles find out about it.
they have a
Hotel California. that shit.
Texas is its own continent. All white people.
Honestly, I feel like that about racism in general. Put all like especially white people, just put all their asses.
In Texas.
Right. We're going to have to bring, bring Tony
But like,
Hawk
I
and
feel like
them
if
all
you
over
feel a
over
certain
there.
type of way,
Put all the racist people in Texas.
go where your people are.
But hold on.
It's a great comic book though. Either way.
Wait a second.
What's up?
But I be feeling like sometimes I be having some racist thoughts. Do I got to go to Texas?
You do.
You
say
right,
Do I
say
have to
them
go
out
to
loud.
Texas? No, I don't be feeling them all
It
the
depends
time.
on what you're being racist against.
I don't want to go to Texas. I don't want to go to Texas.
They got a
but
top spin in Texas, bro. I'm going.
I don't, if they got Zaxby's there, I might go.
They got good food. They got a pizza place there that's Detroit
I
style
just
called
want to try
VF313.
They got some thick ass.
I just want to hear like Texas barbecue is the best barbecue. That's all.
Memphis.
That's all I care about. Like,
Mm,
but I have no
yeah.
desire to go
Memphis.
to Texas.
No.
It's like you know, there's certain places in the world that you just
I've been to
don't
Austin.
need to go to.
I know.
Fucking
I
Nebraska.
think you would like Austin, Texas.
Austin is like hipster, right?
Yeah, me and Mike went there twice. We went there first time for South by Southwest. He was performing. And
Wow,
then-
really?
Yeah, and then the second time we went just
Got a blue
because.
check, bro. Come on.
Yeah, you got a blue check. And then the second time we went back just to go to this ping pong bar they have there called Top Spin or Top whatever. I don't know what the fuck it's called. It might be Top Spin. I get topped.
I was like, I'm a top.
oh, all right. Nice.
Anyway,
Happy Pride.
real quick. What we at 30?
We're at 33.
Real quick.
All
Since we only at 33, not too long on it, but we got that Marvel tokenism game. Shit look fire.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Fighters Z game.
What did you call it?
Marvel tokenism.
Did they say how many characters are going to be in it?
They haven't announced much details about it. They just showed the
It
gameplay
looks
trailer.
beautiful.
It
It looks beautiful.
good.
Dragon Ball Fighter, I'm sorry, Goku Fighter Z was beautiful.
Yeah.
Goku Fighter Z
It
looks
lasted
Same-
for a
it's the
long
same-
time.
It's the same development team.
Same-
That's why I
ASCAP?
called it on Twitter. I was like, Marvel Fighter Z.
Call like ass.
So All right, so we know who.
Yeah, essentially
we-
because it's tag team, and that's my only
It is.
critique.
It's 4 versus 4.
Why?
But
Because
so, like,
us.
Yeah, because us. I don't know what that means. So what we know what characters are in there already, right?
Miss Marvel, Iron Man, Captain
America.
Doomsday.
Storm, because you have to have a Marvel game to put Storm in
Doomsday,
it because she's
Dr.
the
Doom.
first female of. She's essentially the first lady of Marvel. And Spider-Man.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
incredible
Doom.
Spider-Man.
They had Dr.
And
Doom.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah, he had,
Oh,
he had
Doom.
that G-Lock, that Glock on him.
You do.
Did they show any other characters?
That's all I remember seeing.
That's all I remember.
That's all I remember seeing as well. So let's real quick.
Miss Marvel. Did I say Miss Marvel?
You
Yeah, you
said
did.
Miss Marvel, yes.
Okay.
So real quick, I mean, let's real quick. 3 characters we want in the game.
Off the
Three
top of the
three
dome?
Marvel characters off the top
Okay,
of the dome.
my shit real quick.
we got?
Give me Daredevil.
Okay.
Give me Blade.
Okay.
And give me Wolverine.
Wolverine. Okay.
All right, all men.
Next, give me Blackagar Bolt again.
That's that white face shit, bro.
That's
Stop.
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt.
Black Bolts. I love Black Bolt. Give me Moon Knight.
The moon will
I need
haunt
Moon
you.
Knight. I need Moon Knight.
Yo, that shit follow him in there.
I need my Moon Knight in there. And then let me get Nightcrawler.
Ooh, stunning.
Okay.
Nightcrawler. Who you got?
Give me Iron Fist.
Ooh, stunning.
Give me
Asian or white? Ooh, okay.
Different skins. Different skins.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
give me Hulk.
Yep. Because like sometimes I don't know. I would just feel. Anyways, yeah.
Who's your third?
And then you know what? No, give
Not
me
Scarlet, bitch. What'd she do to you?
You know what? Give me Magic.
Okay, I think Magic would be a good character for something like that as a support with her portals, and then like could be a good tank with the sword. Para me. Give me Scarlet Witch.
Okay.
Take away Scarlet Witch.
Okay. never
Let's
mind.
switch it up. Let's switch it up.
Holy shit!
I have a feeling.
Switch it up.
Yo,
Give me Wiccan.
Oh.
Let's put it because we got Miss Marvel in there.
Oh, that's a new storyline.
Give me Wiccan.
Yeah.
Let's put some kids in there. Let's put some of the young Avengers in there.
Okay.
Give me Wiccan.
Okay.
Give me Jubilee.
Oh, Jubilation.
Jubilation. And then like I'm gonna find an actual fighter. Give me Black Panther.
Okay.
An actual fighter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking about aesthetics, how that would look in the game. So that's why I said Jubilee and Wiccan.
Yeah.
Because like I think visually, their powers would be good on a video game like that, especially.
I just thought of somebody with the 3 I picked. I'm loving.
Can I say my 3 before you?
Yeah. Go. Yeah. Throw it in.
Give me Venom. I
Okay.
need Venom. Give me Miles.
Okay.
Mm.
You're just going spider people.
And give me Craven.
Okay. You
Ooh,
Spider-Man
stunning. I like
Spider-Man
that one.
people. Just straight Spider-Man
That's a
people.
good one.
The Sony universe.
Spider-Man is your favorite or was it your favorite?
Probably
both.
both.
Okay.
Like he's my favorite.
Or all 3.
White twinks all love Spider-Man.
I'm
Yeah.
not a twink, but I love Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He was
Yo,
here.
he was a twin.
Grr.
Let's wait. The Flash. Wally West.
about him?
He matters. Kitty Pryde.
King Pride.
Kitty.
Kitty Pryde in there. I know she's dropped the N-word a couple times, but her in there.
She's Jewish. They're allowed to. I'm sorry. That was
Don't get them. Don't tell them that.
I'm sorry.
Don't
we'll,
say that
We'll
shit.
edit that out.
Just because
No,
you
the
are
fuck we're not.
Jewish does not mean you could say it.
We'll edit that out.
But no, she recently has been going ham on people in the comments.
Yeah,
So
she's
she
been
ripped
Star-Lord.
Hart. She put a grenade in someone's chest.
Yeah, she's a good Kitty Pryde's glow up over the last 10 years, I would say, Nick, has been very good. She's come a long way since dropping that N-word.
Yes, she has.
So she dropped it and then put a grenade in nigga chest. Take that nigga.
So Krakoa, when Krakoa fell,
She said it.
of all these
niggas is tripping.
when Krakoa fell,
When it fell, she crashed out.
she crashed out, and you would think,
you could
It's
say.
funny that the I call them the children of Wolverine, but like the people Wolverine had trained crashed out harder than actual Wolverine. You know what I'm saying?
That's because that man's been crashing out.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, here we go, another
He's in a
genocide.
constant state of
Another
crashing out.
genocide.
Oh shit! Here
I'll
we go
through it again. I'll survive. But Kitty is now
about
the
the nuke.
more recent person to crash out. I think last time it was Cyclops was essentially the last X-Men to crash out.
He killed Charles.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Kitty has been the latest one. So when Krakoa fell, she was catching bodies. Because, you know, with a martial artist with her power of phasing through shit, you can really just like murder. And you know how Flash kind of like does the thing? She don't even have to vibrate. She just heart.
That's yoinksies.
Right. Face to face, fist to face. Done.
I don't know anything about Kitty. Who is she? What is she?
She phases
That's
right.
Ellen Page.
Code name Shadowcat. Ellen or Elliot Page played. He played
Oh, okay.
pre-transition in the X-Men movie.
Yeah,
be
I do know what you're
forgetting
talking
that.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he was a little girl. Like Ellen Page when he was Ellen Page. Like she was a baby.
She was in Juno. Well, he was in Juno.
Juno, and then remember in X-Men Evolution, she had like the Valley Girl accent, like
Yeah.
totally,
Yeah.
even though she was from Illinois.
X-Men
Anyways.
Evolutions, yeah. She's fire. But yeah, those are
Yeah.
so those are the ones. I'm
Cool.
excited for this game, bro.
I'm whelmed. Ooh, Mysterio be good, but like Marvel vs. Capcom, he was in.
Oh, it's that
yeah.
Brokeback Mountain.
I'm whelmed. Oh, stupid. I'm whelmed only because of 4v4, and Arc Systems just got done with that with fighters.
It went well with fighters, though.
It went well, but like I just want to fight. I don't want to have to think about complicated mechanics or stuff. I just want to run the hands.
Yeah.
Sometimes
well,
it
then
gets
get you just hands.
I'm sure they'll have-
keep running them.
Yeah,
get
there probably
tired
is
of,
a
like, I don't
1v1
know.
mode.
Not
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat.
there's
They're gonna
gotta
have
be.
I know,
1v1
so
mode.
that's the problem. I'm a Mortal Kombat, Tekken, and Street Fighter person. So like sometimes I don't necessarily. I guess I'm speaking for myself, and like I'm probably in the minority because like Marvel vs. Capcom and
Well,
Fighters
yeah,
V,
yeah.
blah 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 are like I am the
Well,
that too.
minority.
That too, in many ways. Triple homicide.
Oh.
That I just enjoy
Armor?
those games better than tag team games. And like this is
I get that.
damn 4v4? What the fuck?
Yeah, you gotta beat
I'm
this
ready.
nigga 4 times.
Also 4v4, how many characters? DLC
That's
go
what
for
I'm
a while.
hoping. Oh, DLC. You know they're gonna bank off.
They're
DLC.
gonna fucking DLC the
I
shit
think
out
they're
of
gonna
fucking-
Marvel
do.
got to get that
They've got to
money.
do at least 20 characters.
I think more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
I know
guys,
you guys
see,
can see it, but can they afford it?
Did you
Yeah.
guys see the rumors that the art style is made by the same person that does My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
Art?
Yeah.
there
I
was
did hear that
there was
rumor.
2 references that kind of showed it a lot. Like the Miss Marvel, of course, showed it next to a character that looked very similar, and then the person that did the My Hero art also did a Spider-Man art like a few years ago, and it looks strikingly similar to the Spider-Man that is in the game,
They're just
especially with
ripping
the
off.
eyes. Yeah, that too.
Which
That
Marvel's
too.
known for doing that.
Yeah.
Very true.
Chaos. Sorry.
I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
Okay.
All right,
all right.
let's get into this dance dance. That was the only thing. That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
they didn't show the intro.
And I went to the other theater. I was late.
So they did was it episodes?
It was episodes, but they basically like it didn't end an episode because like with Demon Slayer,
Yeah.
they would have an intro and an outro and then start the next episode.
Okay.
The Dan people were like, we're not doing that fucking dumb shit.
Just one.
Good.
They're
good,
just like
yeah.
it would just kind of like fade out and then fade back in.
Okay,
And
that's
when you
good
see
then.
the director, that's how you know you've gone too far.
Yeah, they did an interview with the director at the end. I was like,
He was like, all right, let's get the fuck up.
Oh, y'all so terrible. Y'all should have watched that. That would have been
I'm
cool
not-
commentary.
He was very passionate about it too.
Because
And
I
Nick
would
was
say,
like, I'm
I
not
want to
watching
say
this
that
shit.
I'm not to talk or gloat about myself, but I think I started to write a book,
Oh shit.
and I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and reading a lot of stuff about what it takes to write scripts and books and stuff. and I have a little more respect for directors and stuff now.
Oh,
and
I respect them. I'm not
so,
sitting
like,
there for
stuff-
the interview though.
But like, I would have sat through it only to see.
You would not have, because we were in an AMC theater that didn't have the fucking recliners. It was the old school
see
seat.
it at home.
Where
I
you
would've-
gotta,
I'd rather
excuse
watch
me,
that at home.
Excuse me. I'll be right back. Excuse me.
And then it was these,
AMC.
and then it was these black people that was talking in front of us. That was loud. It was for them. I don't care.
We were at the AMC.
See Mound, right?
Mount. We're
on
Let's
Hall
imagine.
Road.
It was the AMC Forum.
Yeah, we were at the AMC Forum on Mount.
That shit looked good as hell too.
Yeah, Hall and
Oh
Mound.
yeah.
That shit looked good as hell. We need
It
to go
was
there
trash.
more.
Where, beat ups?
No, that AMC Forum, that shit was nice as hell.
No, the fuck it wasn't. We were sitting in old school seats.
Well, the outside looked nice.
The outside
No,
looks
the
nice.
theater-
'Cause- The outside looks nice because nobody goes there.
The theater inside was so trash, bro. It was so compact. It was like the
Well, because
It was-
the
I
anime
remember-
movie, so they probably didn't expect to make no money.
Yeah.
it was
I don't
packed,
think
though.
they
There
have
was people
updated
there.
seats in any of their stuff.
I'm mad about no theme song.
But there was
that
no
kinda-
theme
that
song, no
kinda threw me
outro.
off.
No
But
theme song.
Go
no
ahead and
outro.
explain it.
But they did, I think it was about 4 episodes they did.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
that-
Because they did the whole Evil Eye arc, basically.
Mhm.
Which seemed to be a total 4 episodes. That shit was funny as fuck.
Was it?
It was, bro.
Because the trailer made it look like it was horror, scary.
Well, the problem is it's supposed to come off as depressing,
Yeah.
but the way that they did it in the anime, unfortunately, came off more funny because the Evil Eye. It's not the Evil Eye's fault when you're watching, like as you're watching, but there's a giant worm that lives underneath the ground there.
Because they're at Joji's house.
Yeah. And spoilers for season
yeah.
2 of Dan to Dan, by the way. So the worm underneath the house emits an energy wave that makes people commit suicide.
Oh, shit.
But it's the kids of the families always get saved because in that same spot, there was a little kid who was burned to death as a sacrifice to said worm. So his spirit lives there. So he was never able to play with other kids. He was just left in a shed to rot until they were ready to burn him to death. So like the whole thing was him wanting to play with other kids. So when families would move into that house, there's an ancient family that lives in the village who sacrifices people to the worm so that the volcano won't explode. And they had them live in that house specifically because that's where the worm lived underneath. So they were like, we'll just make it, the worm's right there. We'll just make it right there. So the worm emits an energy that creates, like anybody in the area commits suicide. They just want to kill themselves. But since the Evil Eye always wanted to play with little kids, his power negated the suicide effect of the worm. So the little kids never wanted to commit suicide.
Oh.
But their parents ended up killing themselves.
And what happens to these kids?
Foster kids. Or they get sacrificed to the worm by the ancient family. So like the parents would kill themselves, then the ancient family would be like, all right, feed you the worm. So they would end up dying anyway.
And then the animation on the kid, well, like, because when they tell the story and everything, it switches animation styles and like the tone switches. Like no dialogue. Everything is told through like pictures and everything.
Yeah.
And, like
Like
Dan
what
to Dan
happened
is
with
very-
Big Lady.
But you know that when Dan to Dan, like when it gets to like the serious part,
Yeah.
like when they even show
They
the little
shut it
flashback
down.
with like the mother and the
Yeah,
child
that's
and
it,
everything.
yeah.
Like, it gets mad serious.
That
Like,
was so sad.
Like me and Mac talking about, we over here tearing up and shit. Like yo, this shit.
He
is
was
sad.
laughing during the suicide.
Yo, okay, I was
But
laughing.
because, go ahead.
honestly,
not the kid.
honestly,
No, I will have to agree with him on this though.
However, it
because-
sounds about Jalir.
But no, but look, other people were laughing
I love
too.
you, but that
No, in the manga, it's
you'll see,
different.
you'll see, you'll
in the
see.
manga, it's different, but in this one, other people were laughing too because like it showed the little kid seeing the Evil Eye, which was just another little kid, and they would be like, "The fuck!" And then all of a sudden,
He started
it would
hitting his
go,
dance.
Yeah, he would hit a dance, and then all of a sudden, the parents are just hanging.
oh shit,
No.
So it would just be like him dancing, switch to dead.
shit.
So it was just like, and then it would cut to the next family. Little kid would see him be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And then he'd hit the little dance, bitch, dad. And it's just like, bro, what? It was the transition from dancing to hanging that was just like, oh, come on, you could have done this a little bit differently. You act like his dance moves were so bad. They're like, we're fucking killing ourselves.
And then it was this like family living in the house with Gigi that was kind of like bossing them around.
That's the ancient family.
Yeah, that was the ancient family.
It was their house.
And it was just the way that they were beaten, the way that it was the main one, the main old lady. They kind of looked like the old ladies kind of looked like Golden Girls at first.
Yeah.
And then like Momo was off like at this hot spring. She was out there just doing her own thing. But anyway, when she ended up coming home and the old lady fought her, and like she started beating the fuck out of her and shit. And like Momo got psychic powers and shit. So I'm like, what the fuck is going
Does
on?
Joji get powers?
Gigi, yeah.
Gigi, I'm sorry.
He ends up getting possessed by the evil eye.
Is that his new power now?
Yes, and he is
Is he OP?
angry.
Yeah,
he is OP as fuck.
This
I'm
nigga fought
excited.
himself out his pants. That shit was crazy, bro.
He only fights in his underwear.
That shit was crazy.
He only fights in his underwear.
I'm looking at this
Evil
shit.
Eye.
This shit
The
crazy.
evil eye is OP as fuck.
I'm excited.
That boy was
So,
hitting the soccer ball.
Spoilers for future Dana and stuff. The evil eye, they have no way to defeat the evil eye, so they have to make a pact with the evil eye. Because again, at the end of the day, the evil eye is just a little boy who's angry at the world for mistreating him, and that's all it is. But Gigi, like they have a way to split Gigi from the evil eye, but Gigi promised the little boy that he wouldn't abandon him.
Oh, so now he's essentially part of the group now because he's
Yes, but but when the evil eye comes out, he's evil. He just
Oh.
wants to kill everyone.
but he kills
Like
for
the
the sake of
boy.
good.
No, he doesn't. He just still wants to kill everybody.
Oh.
But they made a pact with Okuran because Okuran comes to a point where he's strong enough to go toe to toe with the evil eye. So like basically they made a pact where it's like if he ever like comes out, they're just gonna play. So they're just gonna fight. So just those two are gonna fight. They made a pact like you can only fight Okuran. And he's like, deal. He's like, because it's the only time he's ever had fun is when they're fighting each other. So they make a pact. But they could have separated Gigi from the little boy, but he was like, bro, when we first merged, he's like, I told the little boy I'm not gonna abandon you. And because Gigi is a sweet, sweet lad.
He is.
Yeah.
Gigi is
was
amazing.
dancing while the little boy was on the ground, like kind of like
Yeah.
crying and shit.
Well, because little boy
They-
said he
they was
wanted to
playing
fight,
with
so
him,
Gigi
yeah.
was like, all right, yeah. And then he started like dancing at him, and
the nigga started laughing. I'm like,
yeah.
all right.
And so Gigi's sweet, bro. I love
I
Gigi.
love
He's
Gigi.
my
I'm
favorite
excited.
character in the whole show. But they made the pact so he can only change if Liquid touches him.
What?
If Liquid touches him, he changes to the evil eye.
Oh.
So if
If
he
it rains
sweats,
as fuck.
if he sweats, if it rains, if he cries,
Oh.
changes. And then warm water changes him back, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
It's a very convoluted.
Yeah.
It becomes very interesting in situations because like there's a scene where like they're just sitting at a table, I think having soup, and he spills or tea or some shit, and then spills on him, and then all of a sudden the whole house is wrecked because the evil eye's out and he's just wrecking shit. Because again, he's very violent, so as soon as he comes out, he just starts fucking shit up.
Sounds like Don.
Yeah.
It's very good. It's
How are
very
the
good.
character relationship with Okarun and Momo and everything?
It was great. I mean, there was the scene where Gigi and Okuran are kind of hang out because Momo left them so that they could bond. And
Yeah, that's
it
how
was-
the season ended.
Yeah,
That
that was
they was kicking the soccer ball.
Yeah, kicking the
Yeah.
soccer ball. I feel like that's adorable. They become really close friends, and even in this, Okuran gets mad at the evil eye because he's like, "You tarnished my friend's reputation."
Oh.
Gigi would never hit Momo. And he goes, "And you made him do that."
And
Oh,
this,
yeah.
and in these episodes, like it showed a lot of Turbo Granny being, you know, in the form and everything, in her kitty form and everything.
Yeah.
So she was out there helping Momo out when
Oh, okay.
when the dude side of the family were kind of stalking her at the
They're trying to R her.
yeah, they were trying to R her at the fucking hot springs. That shit took a turn. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit kind of
Well, you know,
Kinda
Turbo
creepy.
Granny.
Yeah.
She
don't
was
play that shit.
She was the one who was defending people in that tunnel.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
She does not play with.
Yeah,
She
she
does
doesn't
not
like
play
that.
with
So
that.
she saved Momo
That's good.
in that situation.
Well, it wasn't a lot of Momo Okaron like alone. It was a lot of Gigi, Turbo Granny, Momo.
Okay.
Like it was more
The
along
other
that line,
girl
which was cool.
in that episode?
Well, she wasn't here. She
No,
wasn't
she's
here.
not
Okay.
here.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's a great start to the season.
Mm-hmm.
The animation is gorgeous. Evil Eye looks fucking insanely good. And like Gigi as Evil Eye looks so good. So clean. The purple in there looks amazing. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna
The
really
Cool.
love it.
It was very entertaining. It wasn't the one doll part was funny all the way. It was Dandadan. It was funny. Then the animation got good, especially when what was the Evil Eye and fucking Okarun were fighting, and he did that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh my
He
god!
tapped him in. I like the
Jesus,
shit.
yeah, bro, that shit was fire. Or when he was killing the worm and he kept kicking the soccer ball.
Oh yeah,
man, because he
Yeah.
created
I can't wait for
soccer
that.
ball out of depressed spirits.
I can't wait for the animation to come out. Like,
Yeah.
Netflix and
Cool.
it's coming out soon.
July.
Yep.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure. So, but I mean, if you can get to the theater to see
I'm gonna try to
it
see it this
ahead
week,
of time,
actually.
then definitely do it because it is so good. The one thing that Dandadan is very good at is balancing serious with funny.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a part where a lot of the animes kind of lack, where sometimes it's too funny,
It's too
or sometimes
heavy.
it's
That's
too
so real.
serious.
Sometimes,
Like either be one or the other.
or you can do both. Again, I've been absorbing a lot of storytelling material lately, and sometimes the balance is really good. Like if you're a drama, for instance, you need to have your content 75% drama and then 25% comedy,
Right.
and the inverse. And I think sometimes, and especially in animes, it be gas to the pedal of the genre sometimes,
Yeah.
and not really a balance.
That's what I'm saying, you
Like
need a
My
balance.
Hero is a good example of that. Like that to the point where it takes me out of it sometimes. Like
Yeah.
it'll be like 6, 7 episodes of gas to the pedal of just Deku fucking going crazy,
Yeah, and then it slowed down.
and
Like
then
One
it'll
Punch
slow
Man
down.
is
Right.
just comedy. It's rarely
Yeah.
Okay,
ever
so that's a
serious.
good example. But again,
but it hits because we know we're
75%,
expecting it.
maybe 80% comedy, and then when
I would go
they
maybe
have a
90%.
but then when they have their moments
They
where
have their moments where
They do.
when they get
They do,
serious, or
especially
when,
in the manga.
or there's like an epic fight scene
Mm.
that's enough of the balance
Yeah.
to kind of like get it.
Because like there was only like from my experience of reading, me and you both pretty much read the same amount. Like the most serious parts for me was with Genos when
Yeah, Ingaro.
But
the
that,
fight.
for me, that was like the only like very serious part of the whole thing that I read.
I mean, it depends on
ending of the first
depends
season?
on what
Not
you
really.
take. What you take is
I'm talking,
Like-
and I'm also
like
talking
for
about with
Saitama.
Saitama involved.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
anything with Garo,
Yeah, it was all pretty
Very-
serious. Yeah.
very pretty serious stuff.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, anything with the main character involved, like is usually just kind of comedy satire. That was the only time I really seen him.
Have you guys watched Gintama at all?
Oh, I love Gintama.
Yeah, I watched. I've heard like not every time when I was in this like anime binging phase, I always seen Gintama up there as like one of the best animes, one of the best arcs. And when I watched it, I only watched like probably first 10 episodes. It's funny as fuck, like ridiculously crazy, hilarious, like fucking top tier humor when it comes to anime.
Meta, very meta.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I'm sitting here like, oh, this is fucking great. This is fantastic, funny. But every single time I see people talk about what the best of it is, it's this arc where he goes through a war or something. And it's apparently like one of the most serious, like, things that has so much emotion to it and power and meaning. And it's like,
What is this
stuff
called
like
The
again?
that.
artwork
crazy.
is crazy on it too.
Gintama.
really.
Yeah, the animation. Gintama,
You guys definitely have seen, like, if
He's
you
got like
see
a white
picture,
blue hair.
Yeah, you've seen the guy before,
Yeah.
or maybe even the girl, the alien girl.
You can send something to the chat about that. 'cause
It's like a
I wanna
very,
watch that.
it's like huge, like
Yeah,
it's
really.
old and it's like
It's
massively
very meta.
popular.
Like at one
Like-
point, he does a Kamehameha wave or tries to.
yeah, oh yeah.
Mm.
They make fun of like
then,
every single current anime, even like in the newer Gintama, they made fun of Jujutsu Kaisen
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
There's I read it and I watched it, and there's a scene where they're running, and they're like, "How are we gonna get out of this?" And they're like, "We'll just get to the next scene."
yeah.
And in the manga, they're like, "How are we gonna get out of this?" They're like, he was like, "Wait till the next panel," and
Yeah,
then they're
it's
just
little
out
shit
of it.
like that.
They're like, "All right, bet," and they're
That sounds
good
like
to
some
go.
Animaniac shit.
Like
Yeah,
absolutely
really
nothing
good.
about it is
Very
serious.
Deadpool.
It is very Deadpool. So the fact to hear that like
Before
the
Deadpool,
best
Deadpool.
of it is not even funny and it actually gets serious, it's like
Yeah.
that gets me more interested than just like, oh, this is one of the funniest animes ever. It's like, oh, this is one of the funniest animes ever, and it has a super serious arc that is super greatly written and one of the best anime arcs of all time. And it's like, oh shit,
Yeah,
all
You
right.
just got to power to it. Yeah, you just got to power to it because it is fucking stupid,
Yeah.
but it's funny until you like. It's kind of like Hitman Reborn. Hitman Reborn is another one that's kind of like Gintama, where like the first season is like very funny and just goofy as fuck, And then there's like after like it gets very serious. Like it's just about this kid who ends up running a mafia. And he's this kid who's very accident prone. He sucks at everything. And then there's this 5-year-old baby who's a hitman, amazing hitman. And he's like, I'm going to train you. And then there's my favorite's Lambo-san. And he's just a 4-year-old hitman with an afro in a cow suit. And he has
threw me off.
Wait, look, Lambo-san is my favorite, bro. He always tries to get into some stuff, then he'll trip and fall, start crying. And then like he has grenades in his afro. He has like a rocket launcher in there. But his rocket launcher does time travel. So like he'll accidentally get stuck in it. And then like 15 years later version of him comes. He's like cool, suave dude who's just fucking great. And then, you know, you just got 4-year-old Lambo-san who's just a klutz and always crying. But he's adorable. He's my favorite. When you first meet him.
Hitman.
Yeah. When you first meet him, he's trying to kill the main character and he just keeps fucking it up. He'll fuck it up and just start laughing. He's like, bro, when you meet him, he's like, men don't cry. And he's just crying. But he's also laughing at the same time. He's trying his best, bro. Lambo-san is who we all are trying our best, bro. He's who we all are trying our best. He's my favorite. But Hitman Reborn, another good one. It's on Hulu. But yeah, it's just like Gintama. Whereas like first season, none but jokes, shit like that. But deeper you get in, very serious artwork improves. I think stuff like that is where like the writer is kind of like they weren't taking it serious at first.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
And then all of a sudden they got the urge to do something serious, but instead of creating a whole new anime, they were like, nah, man, let me just fucking establish some shit right quick.
Yeah, it's storytelling, right? Because like so you can expand on the world a little bit. So like while on surface it's rainbows and colors or jokes or whatever, we use Deadpool as an example. Like on paper, he's just jokes, and breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
But we know deeper.
When you give him a good writer.
Yeah. We know he's much more deeper than that. His world is much more deeper than that.
Yeah.
You know, like his relationship with death and everything. So it's in the cancer. His daughter now. Yeah. It goes deeper than that. Again, 75%.
Yeah. Read
80%
the,
comedy.
Uncanny X-Force storyline with him, Wolverine, Archangel, Psylocke, Phantom X.
Real quick.
That one.
Yeah, that one right up there.
Real quick. I don't know, for some reason, when y'all talked about Deadpool, that made me think about the Thor for some reason. Because, like, the Infinity War Thor, Infinity War Thor, nigga was like, yo, I don't have anything else to lose. I lost my mom, my dad, my brother, all my people. Like, I can understand the point where people saying, like, bro, why is he just a comedic relief character? He has lost everything. Can we get some serious story before he goes? And they just announced that Father's coming in. Taika Waititi isn't coming back to direct it.
No, he don't want to.
Yeah,
which
is best for both parts.
I don't think Thor is gonna die. I think he's just gonna take his rightful place as king.
I think he should. That's what I think he should do.
I think he's just gonna be.
We need us a good King Thor.
I think he's just gonna be king. I don't think it's gonna be the end of Thor. I just think he's gonna probably take a back seat for a while. Probably come for the next team up, and just it's going to be King Thor, and he's probably going to establish New Asgard as
the
kingdom it should be since his father's.
I'm not opposed to either or, like, because Thor has been through everything.
Because again,
Asgardians live for thousands of years, though.
Huh? You said, yeah, he's been there from the beginning.
He's been there longer than the beginning.
Yeah.
But they live for thousands of years, so to just have him, I mean,
you can retire the character in a way that doesn't involve death.
Yeah.
But again, that goes back to something, what I've been absorbing a lot of the storytelling material. Sometimes long-running characters just aren't allowed to be happy.
Spider-Man.
Perfect Bruce Wayne. Remember, I was talking about that a few months ago when Bruce Wayne and Catwoman were supposed to get married and she left him at the altar. Sometimes
that was a plan from Bane too.
Yeah.
Which the new Batman storyline, they had Bane team up with fucking Damian, and everyone's like, what? That's actually this is gonna be controversial right now.
This
is gonna be controversial. That's worse than the white Black Panther son. Because
tell us, please.
I will tell you. Let me tell you real quick why. Because Bane is the reason why everything's bad right now in Batman's life. He killed Alfred, snapped his neck.
Yeah.
in front of Damien because Damien went to the mansion.
Maybe his dad really don't fuck with him.
Like, Bane did a bunch of terrible. He set up Catwoman to act like she was going to marry Bruce.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
He did all this, and then all of a sudden, Bane and fucking Damien are teamed up fighting fucking, I forget who they're
Like,
fighting.
yeah, I hate that nigga too. Like, yeah.
Well,
Bro,
Damien,
what?
I will say from I'm not caught up completely with Batman or Action Comics or anything, but I do know
Some clips this episode.
Damien is on a path right now to remove himself from Bruce's / Batman's shadow.
Emancipation.
But the
Not
thing
emancipation, but he's trying to
Be
like
his
he
own.
said, I'm not your Robin anymore. Like I think he's probably gonna use
Used ass
code name.
kids.
Because honestly, of all the Robins, I don't think anybody wants to be a Robin except for Tim.
Tim is Red Robin.
Yeah, but I think the Robin moniker.
No, I don't think anybody wants to be a Robin.
Tim is the only one that wants to be a Robin.
Tim earned it the right way, too.
And I think Tim should be a Robin. I think
Tim should be his own. Actually,
Tim should be Red Wing.
The Hush.
I think it'll be a good name.
The Hush that is torturing everybody right now is Tim Drake from an alternate universe. What?
He finally snapped.
Yeah.
105, by the way.
105.
So he's teamed up with Red Hood.
Finally snapped.
One thing I want to say before you guys end.
Yep.
Doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they
But
said
yeah.
that you need the mic.
But anyway.
Also, happy Pride, Tim.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tim Drake. Yeah.
Tim Drake.
Right.
I'm gonna try to probably end
I
every
thought you was
episode.
looking at West. I'm like, what the fuck?
Happy Pride West.
Happy Pride West. One of we love allies.
Tim Drake. Oh, yeah. Let's name our favorite gay comic book character or anime character.
I don't know. Do we have any gay characters?
Hold on. I gotta think about it.
I'm going Bon Clay.
You did this last?
You did this last year. You got to choose a new character.
I'm going Bobby Drake. Okay. Iceman's so underrated. It's fucking stupid.
Omega level. Ooh,
Omega
yeah.
level,
Also a
motherfucker.
character that would be good in Marvel.
So much fun.
Toku Knights, glamorous
Token
Asian.
Marvel.
Yeehaw.
Tokenism.
Yeah. I think he'll be a good character in
I'm going Bobby Drake.
Marvel versus
Next,
Capcom.
who's next? Who's next with their favorite gay?
I got Naruto.
Naruto ain't.
That's Sasuke.
I think we also
Bro,
did that.
I've been watching.
I think you also said that
We
last
said that
time.
last year.
I didn't say so.
I think you also said that last
Actually,
year.
we said that the year before when I started. My first episode, remember me and you were clowning Naruto and Sasuke.
Does it matter which era? Because he just get gayer. Is it like progresses on? Like I didn't watch
it would
3
never-
episodes.
They
I'm
did
like,
hold
damn,
blood
nigga.
hands.
It would never. Marty said the funniest shit. He said Sasuke be leaving Naruto on red. That shit. I remember that every time. It was just like, damn, that is like
Pick a
I
different
know.
character.
Listen, I
that is
know.
the funniest
I
shit.
know I gotta hurry up, but hold on,
Yeah.
bro. This bitch Sakura, bro, lied to this nigga Naruto and said, "Yo, I love you. I don't even like Sasuke
I don't
no
even-
more." He was like, "Nah, I know you fucking. You know how much you love a nigga to know?
Oh man.
Yo, that nigga Naruto gay as hell."
I don't
But
like
anyway,
Sakura for that. That's the reason why I don't like Sakura.
Oh,
I can't
really?
think of a gay character off the top of my head. I can't. Off the top of my head.
Yeah, you're not an ally.
Sorry.
Dishonor on your cow.
Man, come back to me. Pause.
You got.
Garnet, but I think I said that last year.
Yeah.
Garnet from Steven Universe.
I don't know. I thought you said Gara. I was about to say
Gara.
I mean, him and that.
he is a single father.
That's incest.
Comic book
you
and
just-
anime.
It don't matter.
It don't matter. Who's your favorite gay person?
Yeah, Garnet.
It's not me.
I was about to say it's
I'm sitting right here, Matt.
No, Garnet.
You're not
Sorry.
wearing white face.
Right now, do I have any? It's always go through the Sailor Uranus and Neptune.
Pick John Kent. I'm just kidding.
I think you picked him last year.
That's probably who I picked.
You
No, I
did.
picked Bon Clay.
You did.
Yeah, it was
you
Bon
picked Bon
Clay.
Clay and John Kent.
I'm staying on Bon Clay. You not know enough.
There's no good queer characters right now
That's racist.
in media. I will say I do like right now. Oh, my favorite 2 Power Rangers are queer right now.
Oh, sweet.
Rocky and Adam from Power Rangers are gay in the comics. After the last big event, they saw
I thought he said big event.
bigot. After the last big event, it was called The Shattering. Before they rebooted the universe in Prime, which is now the Prime universe. Rocky and Adam came out as a couple. So if you remember Rocky and Adam, Rocky replaced Jason and Adam replaced Zach. And after the big fighting, they were at school and just blah, blah, blah. And they see Kimberly and Tommy sucking face outside. And they look at each other and they're like,
They start doing it.
And they were like, "Are you ready?" And they were like, "No, we ain't ready for this." Because they were so sick of Jason. I mean, so sick of Tommy and Kim, like the rest of us are. No offense. Rest in peace. But they were like, "No, not yet." But yeah, we had a new queer Power Rangers because there's not many of them.
Sweet.
All
right.
I don't consume enough of that media.
No, I mean,
That
you said you
media.
wanted to say something on the mic. Yeah.
What you mean? I'm messing with you.
As somebody who doesn't pay attention to like any anime or manga, so, something popped on my TikTok and it was like you choose one of these items from the table, and it was like the set of Dragon Balls, the Devil Fruits, the Philosopher's Stone, the Titan Serum, and I forget what the other two were, but they're like you can only pick one. And somebody was like, well, you can pick the Dragon Balls and then you can wish for everything on the table and then you'll get the Dragon Balls back and then you can just wish again. And I'm like, that's not how Dragon Balls work. And I was like, they turned to stone for a year. You can't use them. And he was like, well, then you can
And
just
they
wait.
scatter.
He was like, well, then you can just wait a year. You'll have them in your. I was like,
How it works.
once again, not how it works.
Yeah.
They scatter through the earth, and then they're like, well, this isn't even based off of the anime. And I was like, bro, you younger generation
Don't even know the rules.
of anime consumers, first of all, you know, even if they watch that, they
I
would
would
know.
think super. It sounds like they only watch Abridged.
No, it
Yeah.
sounds like they didn't watch any.
Sounds like they
and
just watched
That
Daima.
is my problem. It's a cornerstone, and you motherfuckers need to watch it simply for the fact so you don't sound fucking stupid when it comes to the simplest anime.
Yeah.
Simplest anime.
We should talk about that next
I would have picked the
episode.
Philosopher's Stone.
I think we need to talk about that next episode that like, and we'll wrap up on this. I think Wes Ross brings up a good point because like, especially with media, with nerd media so prominent that, and this comes to the case with all like art forms that we tend to forget where we come from sometimes. And I think that's a good point. You need to at least start with the basics and get to appreciate the art form before you start critiquing it and have all these fucking opinions about it. You know what I'm saying? Because like, yeah, especially that if you watch Dragon Ball, especially now Dragon Ball, didn't they put so many fucking rules on those Dragon Balls now because of these niggas keep doing dumb shit? You can't do that. Oh, sorry.
Also, people were like, oh, you get 3 wishes. And then people were like, no, that's only the Z Fighters. And I'm like, no, that's not what it was. There was 3 wishes. And then so they could make a more powerful wish that
That was one time.
they were combined
I thought
into
Barunga does 3.
one.
Yeah, Purunga was
yeah.
3, but
But-
now Dende's only does 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was also like they wanted to do a wish, and Shenron was like,
Unless
that's,
we're doing the Super Dragon Balls.
that's past my power.
Yeah.
But you can combine them down to make one powerful wish instead of having those 2 wishes.
Yeah.
Like, all these motherfuckers, it's the fucking basic anime. How can you not
A
know these
fucking-
things?
Also, just pick the Philosopher's Stone. You can create anything you want with the Philosopher's Stone.
I just feel like, as a non-anime person,
You can.
as a non-anime person, I shouldn't know
Work
more
it.
about this than you fucking crazy anime fans.
I
I shouldn't know more. I shouldn't.
I'm not going to pick a devil fruit because it's random. You don't know what you're getting.
All right.
All like the MacGuffins in the anime world.
All right, I'll say my favorite gay person, Rhapsody. She's a rapper. She just won a Grammy. She had a song with Erykah Badu. She's a great rapper.
Oh, I love Dochi. I love
She's a great rapper too.
All
All right. So we're
Nicholas.
signing off right now.
Nick,
What you think?
Nick. Do the roar.
See you, Space Cowboys, later.
Do the roar. Ooh.
It's in a roar.